As we discussed about greedy method and divide and conquer approach in my previous video sessions, where we are going to find the optimal solutions for the problems. So in this video session, I would like to discuss about a fresh topic on dynamic programming. Hey guys, this is Paul and you're watching Billy's Educatella. In this video session, I would like to discuss the concept of dynamic programming. Before going to the topic, do subscribe my channel, like the video and press the bell icon for my notifications. Coming to the introduction part, dynamic programming is also used in optimization problems. So for finding the optimization problems, dynamic programming is used. Like divide and conquer method, dynamic program solves the problems by combining the solutions of the sub-problems. So when a problem is divided into number of sub-problems, we are going to find the solutions for each sub-problem and combine them to find the actual solution of a given program. So this dynamic programming is same as a divide and conquer method, but there is a small difference between divide and conquer method and the dynamic programming. Dynamic programming algorithm solves each subproblem just once and then saves its answer in a table. So when in divide and conquer method, we are going to calculate the solution of each subproblem every time. But in dynamic program, each subproblem is calculated only once and the answer is stored in a table. Okay, so the major difference between divide and conquer and the dynamic programming is the answer, that means the solution for a given subproblem is stored inside a table which is calculated only once, thereby avoiding the work of recomputing the answer every time. So in divide and conquer approach, we are going to find the solution of a subproblem number of times, while in dynamic programming it doesn't, because we are storing the value inside a table. So there is no need of recomputing the answer number of times. So for solving a given problem, we have two types of approaches. One is recursion approach. We are going to find the solution of a subproblem recursively. That means we are going to find the solution number of times when it was needed. And the second one is memorization. So in this memorization approach, the solution of the subproblem is stored inside a table. When the solution is needed at particular time, the value is called and it will perform the task and again it will come back to its original position. So dynamic programming works on the concept of memorization. That means the subproblem solution is stored in a particular table. So the two main properties of dynamic programming are overlapping the subproblems and the optimal substructure. So now let us discuss what is an overlapping of subproblem. Dynamic programming is mostly applied to recursive algorithms. So the algorithms which are recursive are solved by using the dynamic programming. Overlapping is nothing but lapping of number of problems inside a single program. So here we have three circles. So these three circles are overlapped each other at this particular position. So at this position, the circles are overlapped. So these overlapping subproblems are solved by using the dynamic programming. In dynamic programming, the computer solutions are stored in a table. As we discussed, the solutions of the subproblems are stored inside a table so that these don't have to be recomputed. Hence, this technique is needed where overlapping subproblem exists. So for calculating the solution for a particular problem, we need some other solution of another problem. So the type of process is known as overlapping. For example, in binary search and merge sort doesn't have overlapping subproblem. So in binary search we will have an array. So we have some elements. We are going to divide that array into two halves. If it doesn't present in this right side, we neglect this side. If it doesn't present in either of the both sides, we neglect both of them. So there is no need of overlapping. Whereas recursive program of Fibonacci numbers have many overlapping subproblems. So for finding a particular solution of a Fibonacci number, So we need the overlapping of the subproblem. So here we are going to find f of 3. So f of 3 means f of 2 plus f of 1. So we need the help of two other numbers in order to get f of 3. So here f of 3 is overlapped by using f of 2 and f of 1. So the Fibonacci series is best example for overlapping of subproblems. So these type of subproblems are calculated by using dynamic programming. And coming to the second property of dynamic programming is optimal substructure. So a given problem has optimal substructure property if the optimal solution of a given problem can be obtained by using the optimal solutions of the subproblems. So here we have a problem. A problem is divided into subproblems, okay? And these subproblems have some optimal solutions. So the solutions which are optimal for the subproblems are combined as a single solution such that that solution is also a optimal solution, okay? So we are going to combine the optimal solutions of the subproblems to get the solution of the main problem, okay? So that solution should be an optimal one. So that type of property of getting an optimal solution of a given problem by using the optimal solutions of the subproblems is known as the optimal substructure. I think so you understood it. Now let us discuss an example. So here we have a shortest path problem. It has some optimal substructure property. If a node X lies in the shortest path from a source node U to the destination node V, so here we have the source node U and the destination node V, and we have another node named as X, okay? Then the shortest path from U to V is the combination of the shortest path from the U to X and the shortest path from X to V. So in order to get the optimal solution of the shortest path from the source node to destination node, we are going to find the optimal solution of the subproblem. That means the shortest path from U to X and the shortest path from X to V. So this is one optimal solution and this is another optimal solution. By combining these two optimal solutions, we are getting another solution which is an optimal, which obeys the property of optimal substructure. I think so you get my point. And the standard all-page shortest path algorithms like Floyd-Warshall and Bellman-Ford are typical examples of dynamic programming. So Floyd-Warshall means all-page shortest path problem and the Bellman-Ford means single source shortest path problem are the best examples of dynamic programming. Now let us discuss the algorithm of dynamic programming. So here we have a recursive approach algorithm. So here we are going to find the Fibonacci number of n. So if n is less than or equals to 1, return n. So if n is equals to 1 means we are going to return the n value. That means the Fibonacci of 1 is equals to 1. Else return Fibonacci of n minus 2 plus Fibonacci of n minus 1. So here in this recursive approach, for example, I am considering 3. So for finding the Fibonacci of 3, we are going to find the Fibonacci of 1 and Fibonacci of 2. So for finding again Fibonacci of 2, we are going to find Fibonacci of 0 and Fibonacci of 1. So in this recursive approach, we are going to find individually at every situation. So if you are going to find Fibonacci of 4 means again you have to calculate the Fibonacci of 3 and Fibonacci of 2. And for finding the Fibonacci of 3, we are going to find Fibonacci of 2 and Fibonacci of 1. So here Fibonacci of 2 is calculated, but in recursive approach, when the problem is again subdivided, this value has to be recalculated. So the main issue comes here only. So in order to solve this recursive approach, we are following the dynamic programming algorithm. So here in this memorization approach, we are going to give some particular values to the particular numbers. So Fibonacci of 0 is actually 0 and Fibonacci of 1 is 1. So for finding any value, that means Fibonacci of some 3 means Fibonacci of 2 has to be calculated and Fibonacci of 1 has to be calculated. But we have the value of Fibonacci of 1, that is 1. But we are going to find the Fibonacci of 2. That means Fibonacci of 1 plus Fibonacci of 0. Already we have the values of Fibonacci of 0 and Fibonacci of 1. So there is no need of recalculating the values of Fibonacci of 1 and Fibonacci of 0 as they are stored inside a table. So the memorization approach helps us to solve the given problem in a short period of time so that the time complexity is reduced. So while discussing the code for the algorithm, I will explain the time complexity. So here we have the recursive approach code and the memorization code. So the time complexity of the memorization code is order of n and the time complexity of recursive approach is order of 2 to the power of n. So the time complexity is reduced to order of n in memorization approach because the values are already stored, so that it makes the problem easy and solves it and gives the output in short period of time. So here we are going to find the values individually for every particular period of time where it was needed, but in memorization approach the values are already stored, so they are reused when they are needed. So we are getting the same outputs in recursive approach and the memorization approach, while in recursive approach the computation of the given problem takes the longer time when compared to the memorization problem. Now let us discuss the applications of dynamic programming. So it is used in multi-stage graph, Floyd-Warshall, Bellman-Ford, 0-1 abstract problem, and traveling salesman, longest common subsequence, and matrix chain multiplication, and optimal binary search tree. So in each video session I would like to discuss each of the application of dynamic programming. So I request you to watch them without fail. I hope you understood about the concepts of dynamic programming and the algorithms and the example code and how the time complexity is reduced when compared to the recursive approach and when compared to the memorization approach. I hope you understood about the topic. If you have any doubts, comment below and subscribe my channel. Press the bell icon for my notifications. Thank you everyone.